Good evening and welcome to Paranormal Gateway ParaTalk. We're the hosts Scott and Teresa, and tonight's special guests we have LYLE and TONNA LOTTS from Twisted Paranormal Society. Their show The Twisted Realm is streaming on ParaFlixx Paranormal Plus. We had a chance to find out some of their personal experiences that started their journey into paranormal and all their accomplishments along the way. Hoping to revisit some of their favorite locations to share with us tonight. If there are any questions or comments, leave it in the chat. I'll do my best to share them. So without further ado, let's welcome LYLE and TONNA to the show.
Hey guys.
Hey guys. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Glad to have you on here. Wait for this. So, like I do with a lot of guests, I always start off with what was your first experience that got you into the paranormal field. Now, I know it started earlier for you, Tanya. So I'll be doing that all night. We'll be doing that. So, yeah.
And let me tell you, Scott, it is perfectly fine.
Tanya.
It's perfectly fine. It doesn't bother me.
Tonna.
No, mine. Yes, mine started a long time ago. The main thing was that my mom she was studying parapsychology when I was young. And some of the things that I, heard her talk about, I thought was interesting. Didn't know if it was real. Then as I was growing older, I found out that one of the houses we lived in was actually haunted. I didn't know it at the time, but my mom had stories later. So I guess, from experiencing things from my mom, I think is what made me eager to know whether this was real or not.
Yeah, and for me, really, I didn't come into this with anything that really brought experiences to me. So it was more or less a fascination with watching different things, the different shows on TV at the time, back in 08, 09, 2010. I always point out, like back in the day there, you still had Ghost Adventures, you had the earlier Ghost Hunters, you had Paranormal State, just different things that, and it just was a fascination to me. And she and I would sit there and just watch, and it's like, well, is this something we would like to do to find out for sure if this is real or not,
Right.
So that's kind of what kind of got me into it. With both of us liking it and being fascinated with it, it just drew both of us. So, and I'm kind of glad it did.
Yeah.
I know start with LYLE about how you just started off making DVDs.
Now, if I have to speak, that you guys won't hear me.
Okay.
We can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
How the hell is that working?
That's why you can hear a little bit of an echo.
Yeah.
Yeah. That might be you.
That's what it is.
That's why.
All
Okay.
right.
I'll just
get your shit together.
Hello.
I love you, man.
All right. Let's see if we can hear it better. Mute yourself.
Mute yourself.
Is that better now?
I got it.
All right.
There you go.
I've started off making DVDs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The DVD thing, you know, it came along in 2013. It was kind of a thought. We were doing a con in Lynchburg, Virginia, and we were really the only paranormal team there. And we were set up out in the hallway. They had all the guest people inside the little hall thing they were doing at the hotel. And people would come up to us and be watching our monitors and things where we were showing stuff that we had pre-filmed at different locations. And people asked if we had any stuff, DVDs that we could buy, they could buy to take to watch what we do and stuff. And
Interesting.
So it kind of, that's where the Twisted Realm started.
Yeah.
Was we started filming locations and then making we would produce the DVDs ourselves, and then of course send them off and get somebody to print them off for us and all that stuff. But it was crazy. It's funny how it all came along, and then of course, you know, we did 5 DVD set, so 5 different locations, and it was kind of funny how over that period of time, you know, how DVDs you start leaning towards the streaming. And then it was like, okay, DVDs kind of go away. So it's like, okay. So we're stuck with the
I was doing VCR tapes.
Yeah, so we're down to our final DVDs, really. We've only got 1 episode left. That was the final one that we did. And, you know, and I usually will take them to cons or events. And then if a person buys, you know, merch or something like that, I'll usually give a free DVD and say thank you. You know, you're getting one of the final ones.
Yeah.
Put it that way. So there's not very many left, but that's how it all started for us.
You guys do excellent producing stuff too with your show.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I wish Brandon could be on here because Brandon's a big part of the, you know, the production part as well too, for editing and filming. And but before it used to just be me.
Yeah.
And then you know, then Brandon came along in 2017, and it's just we had brought a whole different. It gave me more cameras. Put it that way.
We have ISDP Paranormal.
Okay.
ISDP. That's Terry.
We're getting we're getting that question, man. Be patient.
Yeah, they beat you to it. You're gonna get to it. Hold on, Terry. I'm sure he's gonna ask that question too.
Yeah.
Well, that and if you want to talk about your favorite locations, or you want to talk about your Haunted Nights paranormal events.
Okay. I mean, well, we can bring up the Haunted Nights thing near the end if you want.
That sounds good.
We'll tell you more about that.
I mean, I have list of your locations here that you have on your episodes.
Look at you. You got them all. You're ready.
He does.
You got it. I tell you, you probably remember. I got to go back and think. Okay, and just kind of like what Terry. I'm sure it was Terry that asked this. One of your favorite places that you've investigated.
Well, is he going to ask that later, though?
Yeah. But I think he was just mentioning that.
Oh, okay.
A dog here now. Yes,
You want?
Did you want me to answer this question?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
You go first.
I think for favorite places to investigate, there's a number of them for me. I mean, because really we stick within Virginia a lot. St. Albans is always a great place to investigate. Actually, the cabin on 360 is a great place to investigate. There's just a number of them.
But if you had to pick I know what my favorite is. I mean, I'm like Lyle, I love a lot of them that we've done.
Mm-hmm.
I bet, is that Everett?
Well, I don't know if
I guess that was your favorite.
Avenel's a great place. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
that's probably one of my favorites, but
Yeah.
Avenel was great. I mean, we've done Avenel quite a few times.
Yeah.
Terry, my favorite would be the one we just did with Haunted Nights, and that is the Battleship Wisconsin.
Oh,
I'll say that's my favorite.
wow. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we were just had a sold out event there this weekend.
Battleships are my favorite.
Yeah. So it's a cool place. There's no doubt about it. So really, but as far as favorite goes, it's hard to really narrow one down.
That's why I said question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we're here to talk on night, different locations. That's what we're here for. So
Yeah.
you know, I think our latest episode that we just did, the University Public Library. Look at that. Yeah.
Really?
I'm gonna be quizzing you tonight. So we'll see.
Yep. Terry's response down here. She enjoyed playing chess with the captain. That happened at our very first event on the Battleship Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And Terry was there.
Mm-hmm.
And so she got to experience that. I wasn't in that area at the time, but the video is freaking awesome.
That's cool.
So, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to be able to do a ship. That'd be fun.
Yes. It's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's, of course, we filmed there. That's something that we haven't put out, but we did film there. We did a first event there, and then we just followed up with another event. COVID, we had 2 events that we had to cancel there because of COVID.
Yeah.
And so we finally got back there about a year and a half later for another event. And the evidence and stuff this particular time was totally different this time than it was the first time. So it's like this place is just active all over.
Right.
So
that's why I got to go to these places 2 or 3 times. Yeah. To get
yeah.
We deal with a lot of our investigations. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, but yeah, I think that's probably.
Yeah.
And we missed you there, Terry.
Yeah.
This time. Of course, we know you had an accident, so we knew that you weren't going to be able to come.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Oh yeah.
Gettysburg. We love Gettysburg.
Yeah, we do. We do. Actually, now that you bring that up, it's not in Gettysburg, but it's in Waynesboro, PA, which is right outside of Gettysburg. Our good friends own the Hoover House. Pam and Steve Barry, and
part owners of the
and part owners. And I'll tell you, if you have not been to the Hoover House, that is another amazing location. Go. Make sure you go.
There was some very unique stuff that we didn't know what to expect because we had never investigated there before. And here we hold our first event. We bring the Mike and Chris from the Ray Chasers in there with us. And it was an outstanding night. It was an outstanding weekend.
That'd be fun. Oh, God.
Yeah. So
amazing.
That place just, that place came to life. I can tell you. There was stuff happening there that we hadn't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
So we look forward to going back there again.
So that's another favorite. Mark that one up too.
So John,
like more time to go, it's very active. Next time to go, it's not so active.
Right.
But still a lot of fun doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going expecting to get stuff. Yeah, just going hoping to get stuff.
Mr. Stevens from Represent Virginia.
Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Good to see you.
Hey, John. Thanks for our show.
Yeah.
John's
he's a big
huge
promoter.
Support.
A big supporter, big promoter of all paranormal teams in Virginia.
Yes, he is.
Such an awesome.
Wonderful. Great. That's awesome. Cool. Another one I've still watched is a library that had jail in it.
Yeah. The library with the jail. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's not like it'd be soundproof. The people shut up would go in there. It's not like a soundproof store you're gonna do, right?
Yeah.
That was a cool. That's a cool place too.
I mean, we had our first experience doing the jail back in 2014, and that was part of the DVD series.
Yeah.
That was Planet Vista, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Buena Vista.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
Yep. So, and then we made a return visit back because they wanted us to come back. They've been
Mhm.
having more stuff, and man, if it wasn't another great experience
Yeah.
again.
I
So
just read your offset one the other day.
good. You like it?
Oh yeah, love it.
Awesome.
Good.
Good.
I'll tell you
Good.
what, that Merlin,
hmm
she really, I mean, she really knows her stuff. I mean, when she
Yeah.
feels stuff, it's like, it's nice to have somebody on a team like that.
Yeah.
Who can, now, I know that Tana has the same
hmm
kind of feelings you get too.
Yeah.
That help out a lot, and
Right.
Yeah,
a
it
lot of
does.
times you will be in one area and she feels they won't say anything, and you go walk by each other and say, "Oh, can I say?" So you actually work real well together.
Yeah, they used to do a lot of that. I
Yeah.
mean, working together and doing their walks together. Unfortunately, Merlin's not a part of the Twisted Paranormal Society anymore with the Twisted Realms. So,
Right.
but we appreciate everything she did,
Yeah.
and and it was a great first season. We had a
Mhm.
number of people in that first season that they've moved on, put it that way,
Okay,
and
yeah.
experienced and
Mhm.
broadened themselves and do different things and stuff like that.
Much,
But everybody that's been a part of the Twisted Paranormal Society or the Twisted Realm, we appreciate them all because they all put hard work into it. And
well,
but
certain things happen that can't be helped. And,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
There's never any hard feelings towards it.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, that's what it was other times with my teams and stuff. But so you were talking about Gettysburg back in PA. Me and Teresa lived in there almost all our lives.
oh yeah.
I just came out to Ohio 6 years ago.
Mhm.
So we were there. We lived about half an hour outside of Gettysburg. So
Okay,
that was let's go and just hop in the car and go.
right. Oh yeah,
Gettysburg is just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that place.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
We got some stuff in there too.
Hmm.
yeah. We've one of the other teams that are businesses that we partner up with, Dinner with a Ghost.
Mhm.
They did a lot of stuff at the Inn at Her Ridge.
Mhm.
I went up there to help train a little bit with John when he put on his events there. So we can learn it because of the fact that we partner up now when we do haunted nights together sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to know what all went into Dinner with the Ghost was all about. And I learned a lot. John's great. Of course, he's the owner of the Octagon Mansion.
Another.
Octagon Mansion, I have to throw that out there as a favorite spot.
I was looking it up on places too. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we got a bucket list like I don't know how long.
Yeah.
I think we all do.
Yeah, we get like 3 or 4 a year.
I mean, the thing about the Octagon Mansion is that it is John's personal collection of memorabilia, pretty much,
That's
of
crazy.
Civil War, Revolutionary War,
Mhm.
all kinds of things. And it's just an excellent place to go visit. Even if you just go do the tour of the place.
Mhm.
He has the mute.
Go ahead.
Mute.
Oh,
Are you yelling at me?
Yeah.
you say mute. You say mute.
Your speaker's on or something. We can hear that feedback again. All
Must be
right.
that TikTok
There,
thing.
hold on. Got it.
It's your. Do you got it?
Yeah, she got it.
Yeah,
God.
it's all right.
What the fuck with her? Yeah. See, a lot of questions that people who guest to come on, they go, "Do you do it live?" I said, "Yeah, I do live. It's a lot more fun to do it live."
Yeah, that's
Anything
right.
happens, right?
That's right.
It usually does. Oh, my. Yeah, so our question that you said your main state in Virginia.
Mhm.
What's the first state out you went for investigation? Was it
Our
like
first-
Wisconsin or was it the
You mean our first investigation in Virginia?
outside of Virginia?
Oh, outside
Outside.
of Virginia.
Oh no.
I think the farthest that Tonna and I have done was we
What's
actually No, we've been
Oh.
farther. Remember, we went all the way to. We were in
Oh,
San
yeah.
Antonio.
Oh yeah.
We went out there. It was in 2013. We actually did an investigation. Well, we did an event, and we assisted with an investigation at the Emily Morgan Hotel
Oh,
in
okay.
San Antonio, which is right beside the Alamo. I mean, directly right across the street from the Alamo.
Mhm.
And we actually that night got to work with the Constantinos, Mark and Debbie, and
Oh
you know,
yeah.
that was an
Yeah.
that was an experience being able to be side by side with them,
Yeah.
with their people that were there. So
Yeah.
It's just sad about them too.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that
I
was
heard
definitely
that was horrible. So
They were incredible people to meet,
Wow.
though. I'm thankful we had the opportunity to work with them. But yeah, very sad situation.
definitely one of our best shared experiences.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, happened with those two.
Yeah.
It was an experience that they shared together along with us. Was something that took place at the Emily Morgan Hotel. It's actually going to come out on on ParaFlixx, that series called My Paranormal Experience.
Yeah.
Each one of myself, Brandon, and Tonna each have our own experiences that we share.
Yeah.
And my particular one is about the Emily Morgan Hotel experience that we all experienced together. So
I had
can't wait
them,
for the air.
I had them on or so.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
time is for the Wednesday before their premiere.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so you had Nathan and them on.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, great people.
They're a lot of fun. I love those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are fun.
I had the chance to go out and actually do some work with Nathan out in at the Jefferson Hotel in Texas. I helped him film for their episode there. So,
He knows his stuff. I'm
oh
telling
yeah,
you.
there's no doubt.
And he's self-taught too. And he
Yep.
does,
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
definitely.
Fantastic work.
Yeah. But yeah, that experience at the Emily Morgan, it'll never ever be topped. Never. I
I don't want to say too much about it because it's going to be aired. So
yeah, I know.
we'll let
But-
him. You just have to watch it.
Yeah.
Moms.
Like, huh?
You want to take your nephews? I mean, anytime.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking
Okay.
to my son.
Thank God. I'm gonna say I can't control those heathens.
No. You're talking about how to keep his mouth too or something about in ParaFlixx.
I just saw this. I'm like,
Not the case about ready
you can have them anytime. I'll ship them overnight.
if Teresa had a chance to, she probably reached through the screen to get me.
Oh.
Now, I
Yeah.
just took notice that someone commented from the ISDP Paranormal about the Bahamas.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I was like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep, she was on the.
I've been to the Bahamas several times, and it's a different kind of feel. Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
actually on. Terry was on our
Our cruise.
Twisted Waters cruise that we did back in March of 2020,
Oh, that's a good
and
one.
so we did a couple places there. I think it was Fort Fincastle and then
And
Fort. I can't
Montague.
remember. Montague.
Montague.
Yeah, so we investigated just a couple small spots, but we also investigated at the Pirate Republic, the Pirate
Yeah.
Brewery.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We did.
so it was an interesting experience. I'm glad she
Mhm.
brought that up. That was fun.
It was fun.
So, and then we're getting ready to do another cruise.
Yeah.
March
Oh.
2023. We've got the Dark Waters cruise.
I know. I want to go on that, but there's no way I'd be able to do that.
Well,
Come
No,
on, Scott. Get
There's
your
very
sea legs
limited-
on, man.
There's very limited cabins right now.
oh,
Yeah,
very
I saw that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
With Mike, and we've got Mike and Chris from the Wraith Chasers on
Mhm.
board with us. We've got, of course, Natalie Jones. ParaFlixx is a
Yep.
big sponsor of it.
Patty Negri.
Patty Negri will be there as well, and then of course
we love now, dude. We love now,
Yeah.
too.
numerous teams will be on there. It'll be a great way to just have fun.
It's going to be fun.
There's no investigations this cruise. It's just
Just
we're going to do
fun.
some
Oh,
adventures and stuff. We're going to some of the ruins and and all that, but there's no kind of like setup investigations and stuff. It's like
It's just
fun.
relax. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Just chill.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's I think we've only got like 7 cabins
7,
left.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we
it's,
had-
it's amazing.
I think I checked. It was about a month ago. I think it was 10.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
And then.
yeah. I think we're down to 7 now, if I'm correct.
And that was after adding cabins.
Yeah, we've already had to add cabins.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So that was the thing. Yeah, and I see Brandon actually put the cruise up.
Linked
Yeah.
up. Yep, there it is.
Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah.
I'm going on a cruise.
So, but yeah, it's we're looking forward to that.
Oh,
We've got some
yeah.
exciting things that that's the one thing about it. It's like we don't.
We don't stop.
We're on a little
God.
right now. We're on a little break, but it's a little break.
It's
Well,
That's-
I don't think it's not a new one with everything you've got going on. I mean,
so
I'm
Well,
going
I-
to do the same thing.
I thought I had to do it, but kudos.
Yeah, it's of course I guess it's good to be busy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get some filming in here real soon. Some more episodes for the Twisted Realm.
Mhm.
We're actually starting a new series as well too. I mean, Brandon and I are filming for another paranormal series. We're the film crew for it, so we're working on that. We just finished a promo piece for the Wraith Chasers for them, and then we're getting ready to start up our filming for our next series called Hometown Haunts.
Yeah, that's gonna
It's
be
a whole
fun.
new. It's not really a Twisted Realm series thing. It's just got members of the Twisted Paranormal Society and Twisted Realm, and we're going to have a couple new faces that are going to be a part of that. So looking forward to that. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time, and it's gonna touch different areas. It's not
Yeah.
just strictly paranormal. It's going to be touching
Right.
legend stuff. It's going to be touching cryptid, UFO, things like that.
Mhm.
We want to hear from people. We want people to write to us and give us possible things that we could come and hear their stories about their town. What is the big legend from your area? What happened there?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's
And
just
every
something-
state has their own legends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Every little towns have their legends.
Yeah.
It
It's
could be a cold case. It could be something that's not been solved
right.
that we would like to come and bring awareness to, or something like
Yeah.
that. If we could. So
So if
Just
you
be
have
watching
it,
for- yeah.
let us know.
be watching for that, because we're looking to start. We've already got a couple of things already filmed. We're just looking for more.
Yeah.
And we'd love to tell your story. So
That's awesome.
we can't stay still.
Well,
That's the problem.
Well, Scott, you've got like your cryptid like swamp monster in Ohio,
Ah,
right? And like your
I think every place has one.
yeah.
Like
pretty
Yeah.
much.
there are like Legend of America tapes out there, and
Mhm.
actually did we did a show.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like we had the show for Legends and Creatures in America.
yeah.
We had a show for that. So yeah, there's we got Bigfoot here too. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Bigfoot's everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Everywhere.
Oh yeah.
he's,
I'm
he's in New York. We know he's in New York.
I'm a little nervous about that one. It's not that I'm nervous about Bigfoot per se, but the woods at night really freak me out.
Yeah, that's gonna be different.
That's
That's
gonna
for
be
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're used to being inside of a controlled element, inside, and now being out, So, but I give it to those people. I mean, we've really got hooked on Expedition Bigfoot,
Yeah.
and
It's a good
we're
show.
watching that, and we are my beliefs, the beliefs that we have with it, and we're not even really doing it yet,
Mhm.
but they're starting to really hit on that now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In the season 3, I mean, it's more, more elemental type things,
Yeah.
stuff like that, possibly. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
there's got to be a reason why nobody can catch Bigfoot.
I know. Yep.
Well,
That's That's been the
Yeah.
nice thing about how we have ventured into our exploration, I guess you can say.
Yes.
Because when we think of paranormal, we think of the cryptids. We think of, the aspect of things like the Bigfoot and your little elfy kind of like, creatures that live in your,
The
you know,
aliens.
the alien, it all kind of falls into one category for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since we've kind of spread out, it's been even more amazing because we had people in Pennsylvania, Scott's in Ohio. I'm in Indiana. I'm going to South Carolina.
Yeah.
So we kind of get to learn all of these different aspects of what the state has to offer when it comes to those things. And it opens up a whole new realm of exploration in all of those things.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. It is absolutely awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
It's like he said, we've been doing just straight paranormal as far as going in places and spirits for a long time. And now it's just so exciting to think about going out here and opening a whole new door.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Yeah.
And we've got some great new people too coming along to work with us that are great friends of ours. And they actually they're with another series, another team and stuff like that. But we wanted to start working together. We've always talked about it, and we're excited to bring them on. So I can't wait to be able to announce that team.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
People working together. So, but it's
You're talking about Bigfoot. So it's talking about New York.
Oh God! Oh my God! This is something beyond anything I think any of us have ever experienced. And I'm a 40-year-old woman now, and I've been doing this since I've been 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And for what we experienced at the Hinsdale house,
oh Lord,
it is beyond anything I have ever experienced in my whole entire career of this. Go ahead, Scott. Go ahead.
Before you say anything real quick, did it have to do with the woods?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
It came from the woods.
But we don't know that. We don't know that, Scott.
Well, I guess not. It's hard to. I wish I pulled it up here. I don't know if I can minimize.
Do you have the audio?
No.
If you don't, I think I have it fairly.
Do you have it handy? Because I would have to go out and get it. And
all right, well, how do I do this without closing all this shit out?
that's what I'm just thinking about that.
We were supposed to. There's been 2 times we were set to film at the Hinsdale house, and both times
you will love it.
Yeah, both times it fell apart.
Something stopped it.
And
there's a reason for that.
I know. I know.
It and the experience that I had, we weren't even there about Hinsdale.
Same.
It's funny that the vision that came to me, and this might sound funny to people, but it's like I was taking a shower, and all of a sudden, and this is before we were supposed to go the first time, all of a sudden, this vision hit me. It just came from nowhere. I've never had this happen before. And it was like me looking out the back door, and I've never been there, but it's like I'm looking through a DVR camera, but I'm looking out the back door as it raises up, goes up towards the mountain part. And as I'm doing that, this tall, lanky, figure-ish thing walked across in front of me and turned, and we met eye to eye. And that's when I popped out of it real quick. But it was like it's a figure-ish thing, a creature thing that I don't know.
Creature in the woods.
Yeah.
It's the creature in the woods that protects.
I got it.
Protects the tree.
Yeah, he saw me, and it was like, we looked, and it was like he was warning me. It was almost like he was
Yeah.
warning me. I don't think you want to come here, son.
Yeah.
It's basically
Yeah.
what I don't think you want to come.
And I had a very, very,
Yeah.
very negative dream about Hinsdale.
Oh.
So,
So before kind of all of us connected, I had already been to the Hinsdale house.
mhm.
And it was weird because about 2 weeks before we were set to go, I started having these crazy dreams.
There you go.
And it wasn't even dreams. It was, I mean, I could be doing my dishes, doing my laundry, and I would just like start to have like these daydreams of things about the Hinsdale house. And I'd never been there before, but I saw it all perfectly.
Mhm.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
So then we go there, and I mean, just shit goes astray. I was like, nothing went right. Nothing went right at all. None of our devices wanted to work. I mean, everything. The video cameras, our audio recorders, nothing wanted to work right. Nothing did work right. I'll put it that way.
Except for the one on the porch.
Well, but that was my first time.
Oh,
My
okay.
first time.
Okay.
So then we all got together, and I went with all of my guys, Scott, Bill, Don, like my guys, my typical guys. And same thing happened. Within 2 weeks of going to this investigation, and I think what really got me was they didn't have the passion like I did
Mhm.
to go back to this place. I'm like, nope, it's calling me back. It wants me to come back. I got to go back. There's a reason I got to go back. We got to go back. And you all are coming with me.
Yeah.
Because my guys are my support system, you know. I'm the only female, so like my guys are my support system, you know.
Right.
I'm like, it's calling me back. There's a reason I'm supposed to go back. And then all this crazy shit happens our next time back. And it's just, it is something, like I said, in all the years I've been doing this, I have never experienced something like this. And it's one of those things where it will set you back about 3 tracks.
Oh yeah.
Because you're going, what? Did that really just happen?
Yeah.
And what does it mean?
Right.
So like, Scott, if you found it, by all means, play it, because it is the
it,
craziest thing I have ever experienced in all my years of doing this.
I'll try it so you can hear it.
Supernatural Lost Adventures says, hey.
Yeah, they're
Hey.
good friends.
Good old Dan.
They're good
That's
friends.
Dan. How you doing, buddy?
And we've even sent
that's
this
not it.
audio off to people
That's not it.
who are in the wildlife, like they
Yeah.
specialize in the wildlife, the different
Yeah.
tones, sounds. And we have got like, I don't know. We're baffled. We don't know what this is.
Wow.
Yeah, it starts off with the weirdest sound we heard. Supposed to.
See if you can find it.
No, you got to get ready for bed.
No, I know Terry down there was like asking, describe the creature. If I could describe, I thought Daniel has somebody captured a picture of this creature's possible face in the tree, around the tree area up there. I don't, like I say, I've never been there, but
You told me.
but he asked me if that's what I saw. And he showed me, he said, I got to show you this picture. And we're talking about Daniel Kloss, the owner. And he showed me the picture, and I said, that's exactly the face that looked at me in the thing. And, you know, so they, not quite for sure, but all I know was a long, lanky looking figure that was tall, that had these moved very weird, and just the big head just kind of turned and looked at me and just met me. And that's when I was like, I popped out of it. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Started off with this guys that could take a break here once in a while, go outside and smoke and bet the bull. And they're outside on the porch and being spoken, and they start hearing this weird off distance noise, not almost like a howling, but a more
Uh-huh.
echoing down the woods and stuff. And it's like a whole bunch of it going on. And so we sat overnight while you were in finished up investigations. We stayed over 2 nights, so we slept a little bit, got a few hours
Uh-huh.
sleep in. Oh, let me play it back. We got 3 minutes straight of this sounds and everything.
Wow.
So I'm gonna play here. At the very beginning, you can hear it sounds like something's forward with a recorder on the porch, rattling it, and you can hear almost like a grunt or like when it's doing it, like there's something there.
Okay.
And now it's some people think it's canine, and New York it was improved or is known for their wolves as much as their red foxes and their coyotes, and it's not either of those.
Mm-hmm.
So I have set out to a crypto expert out there.
Right.
Didn't get back yet, but yeah, it starts off like not as many, but at the very end, it's so many at the end all at once that makes you think it's something other than the canine
Wow.
things. So I'll go ahead and play here. See what
Okay.
you think.
Okay.
Hopefully you'll be out here. And there's a lot of bird chirping too.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. There's something forward quarter and still birds around. It's that kind of weird too. So
Okay.
But the birds stop. Like as soon as that sound starts, the birds just stop.
you hear a little bit here.
You don't hear them.
Can you guys hear that?
Wait a minute.
Drop the turn a little bit.
No, we're not getting to hear it on our end.
Oh.
I can't hear it either, Scott.
It's
All right.
okay. But yeah,
Wow.
I know.
But it goes on for almost, what is it, like 3.5 minutes?
The 3
Where- It is just this howling. I don't know how to. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a howling, but when you're listening to it, you can feel, like you can literally feel the different tones in this howling. Like you can feel it in your chest. Like it's beyond anything I've ever experienced before. And I come from the outdoors. Like I lived in the neck of the woods where you heard all kinds of crazy stuff going on. And it's like like this just it doesn't sound natural. It doesn't sound real.
It's weird
But
because
yet it was right outside the Hinsdale house.
right. I know it's weird. If Brandon was on here, when Brandon went up there and investigated before he was with us, he always shares that story about in the woods back behind it. Now they heard a weird noise like that. They thought it was something attacking something up in the woods, and the screeching this and stuff. Yeah, he's here. He says.
Yeah.
I think I figured it out. If you want to hear
But
it.
I know he's always said something about he heard something up in the woods there,
Yeah.
and that's what's weird.
You know what? The first thing that I think of when you describe this creature is the creature in the movie Signs.
Yeah.
That's
If you think about
have
it.
you ever seen the movie Signs with
Yeah.
Mel
Were
Gibson?
they-
Gibson.
Oh, with Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
That creature?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Brandon down here talking about large growls and screams and then silence.
Yes.
Hey,
He
Go
heard,
ahead.
he heard the same thing
I
himself.
think I got it now. You want to try
I
it
think
again?
Scott got it. Yeah.
That's good.
Sound in here. You back up a little
There
bit.
you go.
There you
Yeah.
go.
It gets worse.
Yeah. Did you hear grunts? I heard the quarter.
Wow.
grunt?
Yeah, I did hear it.
The scuffle, buck. Yeah. The tap.
And that's not coyote. That's not sound like.
Absolutely not.
It's not Grey Wolf either. I thought it was that, but it's not Grey Wolf either.
And then it just stops. I mean, it just stops then. Gives me chills just listening to it again.
Yeah. I think I would have been in my car and I'd have been gone.
Well,
we were sleeping.
Yeah, we were sleeping. We didn't hear it.
This is just on the report.
Yes, that's 3 minutes straight.
Wow.
That's insane.
And then it just stops.
And it doesn't just fade out, it just stops. Should be coming up where it just stops soon.
That's like something on the porch.
Yep.
Yep.
It's your heavy breathing.
Yeah, it just stops. It just stops.
Wow.
Now, I'm supposed to be ready now to go hunt Bigfoot, right? Yeah.
Right.
Especially when it's one of the porch right outside the door.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we literally had that recorder set up on the foundation part of the porch. So it was propped up on the foundation, but that was on the porch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And I think what gets me is you hear this going on, and then
That's
you hear the footsteps. That's
I thought
right
it was
next to the
Skinwalker.
recorder.
That's,
It's like, oh my God, that was so close to us. Like it was right there.
Yeah.
what Dan is saying is what the first thing that came to my mind, Dan, I'm with you.
Skinwalker.
Skinwalkers.
Yeah.
Because the way that Lyle described that figure made me think Skinwalker.
Yeah.
So Dan, I'm with you on that.
So you definitely think that's no canine?
Oh no.
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 That's not anything either.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a typical coyote yell or
red
a
fox.
wolf. It doesn't sound like a
No.
wolf.
No.
Red fox
No.
isn't that.
Yeah.
Doesn't have that deep.
No.
And the crazy thing about it is, I mean, Scott and I grew up in Pennsylvania. We're from Pennsylvania, not far from that area of New York.
Right.
So like your coyotes, your wolves, you know, like we know how they sound. You know,
That doesn't sound like
for starters, wolves in that area are like an species. You can't find them. They're you know what I mean? They don't exist anymore.
They got deer.
So that deer. So there we go. That's inside joke. Sorry, y'all. But then we got talking about coyotes, and so like my dad.
Brandon.
That's mean.
My dad's been a hunter as long as I can remember. So I sent this audio to my dad, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
And for my dad to come back to me and say, "Girl, I don't know."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now we're on to something. This is an avid hunter. He's grown up in the woods. Like, we're the Appalachian folk. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So for a sound to not be familiar to us, considering we grew up in the Appalachian area, it kind of makes you very skeptical right there alone. But then when you're talking to people who, this is what they do. They input these audio sounds into their lovely, whatever you want to call it, and they match the tones, the sound, and people are coming back saying, this does not match anything that is dominant to that area.
Right.
Then you're going, okay, so then what the hell did we just hear? You know?
Today I sent the file to Gary from Bigfoot Society in New York.
Okay.
So, I mean, see what he says.
That would be, that I'm interested to hear what they come back with that. If you get an answer or response, I mean, just let me know if they come back, they think it's cryptid.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't think we're going to get a response.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even watching some of the shows and stuff, that's a different sound.
It is. And what gets me about it is it is so many different tones in one.
Yeah.
You are not just hearing one tone. You are hearing several different tones in one call, in one yell.
Yeah.
What animal does that?
The last 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
Suckwatch.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks for sharing that. That was cool.
Oh, yeah.
That was that was a really good catch for us.
You guys ever go to Potown Elementary?
We haven't been there.
No, we want to. That's one place we definitely want to try.
Oh, you gotta go.
You'll like it.
Come back our second time in August. So
yeah.
But we got great evidence there too. There was a wheelchair in the gymnasium that they have these balls that are like 3/4 way filled, so you can't bounce up real well. And I was riding around in a wheelchair at night. So they put a ball on, and myself and Bill were downstairs in the tech room or whatever, getting set up. And my friend Don, our investigator, he came back to us and said, "Do we move the ball off the chair?" We said, "No." And so it's not a chair anymore. And we're like, "Yeah, right." So Bill went up and got the camera, and it was in the middle of the floor. So he came back and played it back, and it came right off the chair.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd like to go there.
Yeah. I mean, we're heading up to OSR in August.
I have a video too.
It's it's kind of like a group adventure.
Okay.
A lot of the teams that we're friends with here in the area. But I think we're going to try to do a little Twisted Realm episode there while we're there. Yeah. Try to fit something in.
I have the video. You want to see it?
Yeah. So it's not one of those places that we can afford to go back to, just the four of us, and film. Yeah. It. So it's like, why not, while we're doing this, and then incorporate some of the other teams with us and make a good episode out of it. So
that one's been on my bucket list too. That's definitely been a bucket list thing. So.
Well, that's something, you bring up about the price. That's something that a lot of people, especially your amateurs in this field, they do not consider. We pay to go into a lot of these places.
Oh yeah.
It's not like we get to investigate these places for free. You pay for it.
I mean, just like for haunted nights, every event location that I go to, I pay good money for these locations, a good rental fee. for them. So yeah, I mean, sometimes for our filming adventures, some of the places we go to, we haven't had to pay because it's more publicity type thing for them.
Right.
And, but if people want us to pay a little bit, we're willing to do that too. So to help, and no big deal, for that. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just, you got to pay money.
Yeah.
And believe me, I know when we first started, it's like, we're so gung ho, we're going to doing everything and money here, money there, buying all this equipment, doing all that, and then it's a great experience. And then you look back on it years later and you've calmed down. You calm down a little bit, and it's like, okay, well, now we don't really use a lot of that extra equipment that we have. Now we do more of our own stuff. We feed off of ourselves or our body. We might use a few pieces of things that we want to try. But now it's more like, let's let the location talk to us or come to us.
And I really appreciate you saying that, because Scott and I were a part of a different podcast. We were their guest versus having a guest. And we were asked, like, what is your biggest asset, your biggest tool in your investigations? And I'm like, well, I may be partisan here, but yourself, your own body is your biggest tool when it comes to an investigation. And I mean, we got a lot of feedback back about that with like, and people, they go out and they spend all this money on fancy equipment and all this and all that, but they kind of just completely avoid the aspects of what you have in like your own realm of an investigation, which is yourself, your own body, your intuition, your, So I appreciate that comment, because it's not said a lot. It's really not.
And I mean, I don't look down on anybody that wants to use their stuff. That's perfectly fine. We've just gotten to the point now to where, we're getting used to only maybe using a few little things and not having a ton in our stuff. So
I mean,
I think
it's been years since we ran wires and cables. We don't do that anymore. Went through that for years.
The small the little cat balls, things like that. Put a periscope here or there, But even going back and looking at like the Buena Vista episode that we just did for ParaFlixx. I think the 360 periscope we used, the Catball, and I if I'm going back and thinking, there really wasn't a lot of and a vortex dome, which we like to use. That's really the only things you're going to see in it.
Well, speaking of the cat balls, this past weekend when we were at the Battleship, we were down in medical, and I said, if you are in need of medical attention, grab that ball on the floor. And this spirit grabbed it, and it kept on and on. It wouldn't let go. I mean, I've never ever seen a cat ball. Usually they'll touch it and you're gone.
Right.
This thing stayed on, and I've never seen that. So to me, that was like, okay, look, you ask. I'm telling you, I need medical. I need help.
Right.
A littlest thing as a cat ball. I mean, that cost you what, a couple $? I mean,
if that,
So,
I mean, it's great to
and
go.
I think we've been in it for so long now that we are trying to. We're trying to step it back, kind of like you guys said, just kind of like stepping it back and taking it back to the original origin of really investigating this stuff. So like your Polaroid pictures, I mean, just your simple EVPs versus your video recording. It's become such a platform of different ways of researching. that we're really trying to step it back to
Right.
more of the traditional ways in which your general public can really understand and appreciate. Because the second you start talking about all thermal this and all this and all, the general population who's trying to understand what we do, they're lost. They don't understand it.
Right.
But if you bring it back and you take it to a very fundamental foundation of where it all began,
Right.
everybody can understand that.
Right.
He carries a bell, a simple bell. That's what he carries.
A little school bell.
Yeah.
I mean, when we do our haunted nights events, you know, we have a lot of people that have never done it before.
Right.
So, you know, we do use most of the people that come. We have a lot of investigators that come. So usually they have their own gadgets and stuff that they want to use.
Right.
And, you know, so the new people, they love to see the equipment. And they love to see the lights go off and things like that and get interactions, which, you know, to me, I love it because I love seeing somebody's face for the first time, like go, wow.
Yeah.
You know, okay. And then they start thinking, okay, maybe there's something to this, you know. Because that's the one thing, it's why we kind of do haunted nights. Bring people along with us. Yeah. That was the whole thing behind haunted nights, was to bring people along with us.
I think many years ago, probably at least 10. We did a bed and breakfast up in Gettysburg. And what we did is we got our stuff out, and for all the guests, they were allowed to go along with the investigation. Oh, they loved it. We ate that up.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
definitely. And I love seeing it was great.
Especially the kids. The kids.
Yeah.
This weekend, I mean, we had 59 people on the ship, attendees, out of 60. So, I mean, we added extra tickets for that one. So, but the thing was, at the end of the night, you know, we only had like 4 or 5 people out of that 59 people that left a little early. The other people sat there waiting for us to all come back to be able to talk.
Yeah, they were
and
so.
I mean, it's like, and you ask that question, everybody have a great time, and it's like everybody just yelled because it was such a great time there. Yeah. So,
well, we had a young boy that I wish to this day that I knew how to contact them, because they were in my group, and I don't know how old he was, maybe 14. This boy knew what he was doing. I mean, and the spirits, they took to him so well. So to watch him in action and to watch him appreciate how the spirits were taken to him, that just makes it.
Oh, so
that makes it for
you. You hear the sounds of him, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just, I mean, all the questions he would ask, and we even asked, we said, you know, do you like, I think it was Chase. I think that was his name. And of course, everything pointed to yes, they did. So, and it was every room of the ship, not just one. They really took to him. It was really good.
It's funny. It's fun to just watch people have a good time.
Yeah.
You got your people that sit back and want to watch. Then you got your people that are very interactive. And then you got your people that are just like, you know, they're on the verge.
They're like, oh.
On the verge. They said one little thing, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, they're into it. There you go.
Yeah.
So that's what we love about. That's why we love doing haunted nights.
Yeah.
And you know, so
that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to talk about being a guest on Destination Fear?
Oh yeah.
St. Albans. St. Albans, Radford, Virginia.
Yeah.
That was really interesting.
I was like, I should do.
Yeah. They're great kids. That's for sure.
They are great.
Fun.
it was the way it happened was Marcel, who we're very good friends with, that runs St. Albans. We've known her for years. We love her dearly. She called me one day and she said, "Hey, can I give your number to so-and-so?" I've forgotten who it was, but anyway. And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, they're interested. They're going to be filming. Somebody's going to be filming here, and they're looking for somebody that had an experience." And I said, "Okay." Still wasn't quite sure what you talking about. So they called. Anyway, long story short, I accepted. And the whole experience, guys, I can't even begin to tell you how well they took care of us and how they treated us was just amazing.
Very professional.
Very professional.
Very professional.
The kids, I absolutely call them kids because to me they are. I absolutely love those kids. I do. But the experience, of course, was I made it on there because of an experience I had at St. Albans, which lasted from that Friday until I went home on Sunday. The craziest thing I've ever. It was crazy. But it was an experience that I will cherish forever. Not just, and one thing, it's not about, oh, I was on TV. That's not what.
Right.
It was the experience of meeting these kids and talking to them and being able to share something that was very crazy for me with them. It was just an experience that I'll remember forever. Yeah.
And I got to tag along.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Which was great. No, but it was you go into that situation, you don't know what to expect. You're thinking, okay, here's what they want you to say, these kinds of things. Well, believe it or not,
it's not.
We met them at a restaurant there in Radford. They took very good care of us in the restaurant. We saw the kids come in the front door, and they were kind of filming them like they would normally do if they were sitting in a restaurant talking about what's coming up. We never once did we meet them until it was time to go live and film. That was the very first interaction. We didn't know what they were going to ask us. We had no clue of anything. They just came walking up the tracks, and there we go. It's a straight up introduction. First time. That's what the first time we met them was. The first time we talked to them, and it just flowed.
It did.
And it was just so perfect.
It did.
And to this day, I mean, you can make a comment to them, and they still remember who we are. Yeah. And so it's just great people. And I remember the night that it was the airing of it, and we're all sitting here. They know we're excited to see it.
Oh yeah.
Dakota sends a message to us and says, "Oh guys, I forgot to tell you, they left your part out." And then he was just joking with us. He said, I got you. So it's funny. I mean, very personable.
Yeah.
And I look forward to being able to we haven't seen them since that day.
No.
And I'd love to be able to go to one of these cons where they're going to be at, just actually walk up and say hi to them again.
Well, it was funny. Remember after the interview, Chelsea and I continued to talk. We kind of went off together, and she asked me, she said, "You've been doing this a lot longer." She said, "Do you have advice for me at this location? What else can you tell me?" Just great. It was just great.
Because if you watch their latest thing that they came out with, which was when they first started this process back in 2015, St. Albans was the place that ran Chelsea off. Yeah. She packed her bags, they sent her home on an airplane. Mm-hmm. Wow. So she was still terrified to go back in there for the night. So
she did great though.
But she did do great. Mm-hmm. And, that was one of the things she really wanted to pick Tonna's brain about, what to expect, what should she do, here's this and that. So it was
which room not to sleep in?
Yeah.
She, and gosh, we've gone to St. Albans so many times now. And you
still don't. I mean,
you don't let your guard down. Don't
I mean,
ever.
Brandon and I were just there a couple weeks ago filming for the other series we do, and it was we went to different areas of this building that you don't normally go to all the time. And I'm telling you, that's what people need to do when they go to that place. Don't just go to the typical hot spots in St. Albans. Go explore. Go look for these other areas, because we went to different areas nobody really goes to.
Right.
And it was crazy active. But yeah. So that's our destination fear story. That was our, I guess it was probably about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes of fame. It didn't good So, but
It was
we
fun.
appreciated it though.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's a fake commercial was longer. I was mean to say, but I actually did see that episode. I'll go back to that because
I want to say it's at season 1 episode. I want to say it's 4.
Maybe?
I think it's 4 or 5. I can't remember.
I have to see it goes back that far on discussion on Discovery. Yeah. That's real
Pretty interesting stuff. So.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I say that's the one thing about this, what we do. We love to have fun. It's work. Believe
It's
me.
work,
But
it's
the
fun.
production side of it is work. When we're all there together, and I have to give a shout out because, you've got Tonna and I, you've got Brandon, and you've got Missy. We're the actual Twisted Paranormal Society. And then, of course, as far as the Twisted crew goes, we've got, we've got John and Lynn Harris that are actually part of the Twisted crew.
Yeah.
And most of the Twisted crew is a part of my Haunted Nights crew.
Yeah.
And then we have some extras that have come along, Derek, Krista, Lori. And then we've got a lot of great people that like to volunteer and help us too. So, I'm proud of and appreciative of everybody that people have jumped on board with us. And,
that's awesome.
So, we love it. We love what we do.
Us too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we enjoy it.
We have more stuff coming soon. So
Yes,
just
we do.
Believe me, the production side it was great when we got the ParaFlixx, and I want to say thank you to ParaFlixx and Natalie Jones for having us on board.
Definitely.
We were part of the OG crew there. We were the first people there when they started up March 21st of 2021. And so we're excited to be a part of them. If anybody has not out there that has not checked out ParaFlixx,
You need to.
Go there. Twisted Realm 10. You use the code Twisted Realm 10 when you can get your a discount on your for the first 3 months of service. I think it's only $34.99 now, and then you get 10% off of that. Sometimes you can find 25%.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I paid the 21 has.
So get it. I mean, there's so much great stuff on there.
It is.
It really is. It's an honor to be a part of that, and all the people that are on it.
Yeah.
You're starting to see different people show up there now. I mean, I know I saw where Josh Hurd and them just put their documentary on there. So
Yeah, I just saw it.
so that's. I mean, you're getting these other people now that are jumping over with it, and it's an honor to be part of all that with everybody. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, please go check out ParaFlixx. The Twisted Realm. Like I said, we've been there. We're season 2. There will be more episodes coming soon. Hometown Haunts will be on there very soon. And then, of course, with our Haunted Nights stuff, we're down to actually our next event is June 24th and 25th at St. Albans. We've got 2 straight events at St. Albans. The very first one, June 24th, 25th, is with Dinner with a Ghost. It's the very first time that Dinner with a Ghost itself, that company is coming to St. Albans to do what they do. And if you've never been a part of an interactive dinner and ghost hunt, and I'm talking about ghost hunt while you're eating, it's crazy.
It's cool.
It's awesome. And then we'll be back there July 9th with the Ray Chasers. Last event we had there sold out, so this one's already over 50% sold. So we'll sell that one out again. And And then I think we're kind of on a little break again. We'll be doing some cons in between there. Bigfoot Con. We're doing Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. There's some other stuff. I can't remember.
I don't know, but then I'm super excited for the Haunted Nights event in September.
Oh, yeah.
Very.
We've got a big one where this is where we're stepping outside of our comfort zone and going all the way out to Missouri.
Missouri State Pen.
Yeah, Jefferson City. Going to Missouri State Pen and doing a big event with the Ray Chasers. So, man,
That's awesome.
so we're trying to stay busy with that. We're going to take a little break because we got to do some filming. Plus, we got to get some cons in there too, and then try to get some of this film work done. It takes some work.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Oh my.
And I see Brandon put another little.
What did he put out
We put
there?
an Eventbrite link out there for
Oh,
for Haunted Nights.
Yeah,
We just put
yeah.
an Eventbrite thing there for it.
Hey,
Let's see what Terry. Good night, Terry.
Good night,
Thanks for
Terry.
joining in, hon. Good seeing you on here.
I know we kept them after.
Mhm.
What'd you say till 9? It's 9:15.
Yeah, it's okay. We're rolling. They're rolling. We're rolling. We're having fun. So. What about you guys? You guys going to be doing any cons coming up, or you get out and promote?
That could be a good one in May. The one here in Ohio.
What's
You
going
will.
on?
The Paracon. I'm hoping to.
Which one's that one?
Paracon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that at the?
Ohio State Reformatory.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the one there.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Mhm.
gotcha. Okay.
Alright, sure. I'll get there. Alright. I'm still working on my other investigator to go because I can't drive, so I need to drive too. So
Right.
and Teresa's being on me. No, she's gonna be. in
I've
South
been on
Carolina.
like a hiatus. I really have. Even from like our podcast, because my family is moving from Indiana to South Carolina, like I was saying earlier.
Plate.
So like this whole moving process and having people in and out of the house and packing up my home, and it's very distracting. Very distracting. So like I've kind of been on a hiatus, but my husband is already in South Carolina, and I'm here with these creatures by myself. So coming back on and being a part of our podcast has been like a very good distraction for me, because I rely a lot on my husband. He is my emotional support. He is my backbone. He is everything other than my kids to me. So I told Scott, I was like, hey, you got me, man. Like, you got me until like the movers actually say, I got your shit. Now we're going. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I unfortunately I've kind of been like on this hiatus. But we were supposed to go to Poatstown very beginning of June for a weekend investigation. But then my moving company decided to screw me with the dates. So the guys said, like, look, we're not doing this investigation without you. That's why I love my guys so much. And they decided to, postpone this and reschedule it. So I think our next big event is August.
On my birthday.
Yes, it's over your birthday.
August 20th, yep.
Nice.
Wow.
When's your birthday?
August 20th.
Oh wow, another August baby.
Mine's August 24th.
Yeah.
That's a good month.
We've got a lot of August birthdays on this.
We do. Our team is like, we've got 5 in August, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have 4. I think I know the term family.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of spread out all over the place. Yeah, we really are.
Yeah.
We got all the zodiac signs in our team.
We're looking forward to She's Moon, South Carolina.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
New
good.
connections. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Connection.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who have already been like, oh, you're coming here? Girl, I got you. It's like, all right. So yeah, we're definitely looking forward to, I mean, it's been very nice considering we're all from the East Coast. We're all from
Yeah.
originally from Pennsylvania.
Right.
Like we have our PA, our Maryland, our Virginia, even West Virginia, New York connections.
Yeah.
But we also collaborate. So like my team, and so Scott and I are technically, we are different teams, but we
Right.
have collaborated.
Yeah.
So now, since we have been this spread out, and I left the East Coast about 4 years ago, Scott came out before I did.
Yeah.
It's been nice because we opened up that door to welcome in other teams to work with.
Right.
And now we have a team in New York who is within our collaboration, and we're all going to Poatstown together. It's
Yeah.
Fun. Yeah.
I find it interesting how some of these teams are like, when it comes to welcoming in other teams.
Right.
But I've always been one who, like, look, if we can jive together, like if we can work together and we kind of have the same morals when it comes to investigating and researching the paranormal, I'm all in, man. We can collab all you want. I'm all in.
Right.
And it's very nice because when you have a very big location like Poatstown, y'all can come together and you can literally cover the whole ground with you all being together.
Right.
Because I mean, we did it just last year, right, Scott? Yeah, last year. One team alone with all of our people was not enough people to cover that whole school.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's nice when you can meet other teams that you can actually collab with, and you all work very well together. So
Yeah.
I think the group that we're involved with I think it's about 6 teams.
Yeah.
That, I know we haven't been able to participate as much as, with the group as much as all the rest of them do because of our events and things like that.
Yeah.
But, to be welcomed into that particular 6 core group, that it's awesome. So we're looking forward to our big collaboration with them. Actually, a lot of us will be next May 14th. A lot of us will be at the 360 house together. But no, what you're saying, it's fun to get everybody together and do that, have a great time. We did it at Bell Grove Plantation back in January, and looking forward to doing it at OSR for sure. Because darn good and well 4 people can't cover that.
Oh no, no.
So yeah.
No.
Wow. Yep. Collaboration. We offer. So.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my! You guys have anything else coming up, or you want to share, or?
So we got a TikTok. We got a TikTok question here.
Okay.
But what has been your most terrifying experience in researching the paranormal?
Oh, go on.
Yeah, I think. Well, terrifying. It's probably the Old South one.
Yeah.
Thing that happened. People can go and watch it on our Twisted Realm YouTube page. There's a 2-part. Of course, our DVD series, the Old South Pittsburgh Hospital was the very first DVD we did. So it's kind of like raw, green,
it's
footage.
Raw.
I mean, it's the best you could before you start doing real production work.
Yeah.
But actually, what was captured was on the 3rd floor there. I don't know if y'all have been to Old South or not, but Tonna got attacked
I did.
by that creep that's on the 3rd floor, And,
I did.
No.
I pretty much, it was in our early days. So I will say it was like just when we're getting started.
Yeah.
you know, Old South may not have been the best place to go to start,
Right.
but we did. And I went in, you know, before learning, you know, oh, don't go in and just open yourself wide open, because then you're asking for it. You got to protect. You've got to be ready. You got to. So I go in wide open and pretty much welcome this whatever it was. And it took me down. And
Wow.
not only did it take me down, but we have friends that have watched this, and they said it doesn't even look like me.
Yeah.
And they won't watch any farther. They'll watch about 2 minutes and then they're like, that's not you. I'm not watching anymore. And they cut it off. Actually, this that happened to me is also going to be on my Paranormal Experience. So I won't go into detail since it hasn't aired yet, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But there was good that came out of it.
Yeah. But you can go.
The good,
like, yeah.
the good was that it taught me a lot and it made me stronger. So it's all good.
So yeah, this TikTok person out there, they can actually go check out the Twisted Realm YouTube page, and it will. You could go there and watch. It's in. Watch the whole thing. Watch part 1, part 2. Part 2 is where the thing that happened with her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably, I want to say, is probably one of the things that sticks out the most with it.
Yeah.
I stay more. It's weird. I stay more aware of things.
Yeah.
And try not to let that to get too sidetracked with the spook factor a lot. You know, there's a lot of places it's scary. Like at St. Albans, it's scary to go walking down the hallway by yourself.
Yeah.
At nighttime when it's dark, you know, it's flashlight. You just know because there's eyes everywhere. But you know, it's just one of those things that I try. And I think with her, when we first started investigating, I tried to be the protector, and I've always tried to be the protector for my team. So I'm willing to take that challenge if it ever came. I mean, me and a couple other people, and you know, you're dealing with an entity of some kind. We were ready to go challenge and go after it, but the thing was, what are you challenging? You know that you can't physically do anything to them, but they're definitely physically doing something to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know, you go up there and do what you can. But that's why I say always just be careful with that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, you know, you can talk big about it, but you don't know physically what they're doing to you. You know, that's the one thing that's scary about that. Is the scary part of it, is not knowing what they could do back. She found out what it could do. We saw what it could do. And
we never provoke.
No, we don't.
Yeah, that's one thing we don't do at all either.
We don't do that. And so,
yeah.
To me, you're asking for trouble. If you do, well, you're asking for trouble. Number 1, number 2, it's disrespectful.
Right.
So that's
right. It's their face too. So
I think that's kind of why my guys have me.
Yeah.
Like they are kind of more the and excuse my language here, y'all. They're like the balls to the wall kind of guys.
Yeah.
You know. I'm a practitioner. I'm a witch. So I protect my guys. I keep them. I keep all of us protected in any given situation.
Yeah.
And it is definitely something where if something don't feel right, I'm like, guys, you know, like, if you're going to keep going, you're on your damn own. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to keep, a level of open-mindedness, because this is a field where you have to be open-minded.
Yeah.
You also have to keep yourself grounded and protected.
Of course.
And if you don't have that protection and that grounded, you are opening yourself up to a whole realm of different you may not want to be dealing with. So we were just talking to who was that guest that we were just talking about, kind of like how you kind of protect yourself, how you like what you do to get ready for an investigation, and like we were talking about this kind of stuff.
Right.
And it's, for me, it's one of those things where when I know we are going on an investigation, I do everything within my power to keep all of us protected.
Mm-hmm.
Here in my home, before I ever leave, and once we get to the location in which we're going. But if you really know what you're doing, and if you can feel your environment,
Mm-hmm.
you know when something is outside of your control. You like
Right.
you really do know.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and that's when you have to be on your guard the most. You got to be
Yep.
looking at, it. A lot of people just don't get it. They don't understand it.
And able to walk away if you have to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
And some people
I
just
think
don't
we all
do
been
that.
there.
They egg on, they instigate, they aggravate. It's like,
Mhm.
why? Why would you do that? You already know something's not right. But now you're going to instigate this thing. Like,
All right.
what is
Yeah.
wrong with you?
Yeah. Well, I've gotten to where, as the years have gone by, I sometimes will dream about the location before we go. I have had, on many occasions, I have had visitors come here from there, and I'm like, okay, why are you here? But they'll come, and I don't necessarily know that that's where they're from. I just kind of figure, okay, that's probably. I mean, one instance, the Bellwood Club, that was in season 1. I kept telling Lyle, I said, I know this is crazy, but I've got either a captain or something here at the house. And come to find out, when we went to the location, the guy that actually called us in, I described him, and he said, hold on a minute. And he went and he grabbed a picture, and he said, do you know this person? I said, yep, he was at my house. So, I've started having more of that, and the dreams. And the dreams are really cool. I mean, it'll be something that I don't know from a location, but it'll end up being part of the location. It's crazy. It's crazy. But
Wow.
yeah, it's weird. For years, I didn't know how to. I've got some super, super great people from different groups, and now one is really I call her my soul sister, because she has helped me learn this, and has been there every step of the way just in the last few months. And I don't think she realizes how much she's done to help me, but yeah, the growth, I guess, is what the growth. I mean, she's amazing. So
That's wonderful. Yeah, yes, my cool.
I think the longer we all do this,
oh yeah.
the more in tune we all get
Mhm.
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
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 Like,
Because
it's
you
been like that from the beginning, but I think for me, it's been the last 3 or 4 years. I think that I feel more in a location. I go there
yeah.
more in tune of what's going
Mhm.
on, but the more uh, empathic,
Mhm.
Yeah.
empathy.
Mhm.
So, and this
Yeah.
I can every time I do some more, you can tell what you're doing. And like you said, sometimes you walk in, you go up, back out for a little bit, because you're
Yeah.
not sure. And that we all done that. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Teresa, do you feel that most people actually have some kind of something about them? Some don't realize it, or some just don't choose to use it. Do you feel that way?
For me personally, especially considering my background and how long I've been doing this.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of people don't understand how to utilize this.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
They don't even. So it's one of those. Okay, so everyone, are you a mom?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So like that mother intuition. Okay.
Yeah.
Like everybody has.
Yes.
That intuition about themselves. It is, are you willing to trust it?
Yeah.
Are you willing to listen to it?
Yeah.
Now I now mentor and I coach other practitioners, other witches. I don't set them on their path. I help them to guide their path, you know?
Yeah.
So in doing this, one thing that I have learned is a lot of these people, these individuals, even in the paranormal field, because a lot of them have reached out to me too, they ignore it.
Yeah.
And it's mind-blowing to me that they are so willing to ignore an intuition that is set within you.
Yeah.
There's a reason this calls upon you.
Mm-hmm.
There is a reason where if you are in a certain environment, something don't feel right.
Right.
There's a reason for that. Mm-hmm. And if you ignore it, yeah, it's all on you. Like, it's all on you. Like we don't do that. Like my guys fully know, they are fully aware if at any point in time I say, nope, something don't feel right. Mm-hmm. This is not right. We back away.
Yeah.
We completely back away. Mm-hmm. And if they choose not to listen to me,
yeah, it's on them.
But yeah, I think it is definitely a thing where a lot of people either just don't understand or they just completely ignore it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
We all have it built within us.
Yeah. Right.
It's kind of strikingly odd that so many people ignore this, knowing that we all have this kind of sixth sense about us, but still so many people ignore it.
Right. Right. Right.
There's a reason why your body is telling you this. There's a reason why your body is reacting the way that it is. Mm-hmm. And especially in this field, for me, it's always been mind-boggling how so many people just ignore it. There's a reason for it, and if you're willing to be that kind of, well, then you kind of deserve what's coming. you know. Like, I tell my guys, I mean, ask God. I mean, for real, if you ignore your body signs, if you ignore that intuition of your own instincts, what your body is telling you, hey man, that's all on you. I'm going this way.
Yeah.
Don't come calling to me when you're shit deep, eyeballs deep, and because it's on you now, bro. It's on you.
Yeah.
It does. It amazes me how many people still to this day in this field ignore their own intuition.
Mm-hmm. And that's just
I think we're getting there. We're getting closer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's you men. I'm sorry, it's you men.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, us women, we just
I'm not disagreeing.
You men are like,
I'm disagree.
Okay.
No.
Well, no, not anymore. But
I got my own like that too. I think
I'm a yes man.
What I love about my guys are they're very challenging. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I say, hey, I don't feel right about that room. Something don't feel right about that room.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, guys, I've got at least 2 of my guys who are going, I'm going in that room.
Yeah. They want to go see what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you get your butt kicked, it's all on you. I warned you.
Like I was left in the bad teacher room all or something.
Yeah. I don't know, Scott. Things just don't feel right. I don't. You want to come with us, Scott? No, I'm going to stay right here. Okay, bro.
Well, we got something out of it though. So.
We did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
No, you did.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. I was
That
in
was-
a bad teacher room, and I think you guys went down to check one of the meters for lights were going off down at the end of the hall. So, there's something down there.
We had a
Where's
lot
that
of stuff
about?
just in that general area. That was
Yeah, you're just down the hall.
crazy.
I mean, I
Yeah,
can see them, they can see me.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'm sitting there, I like, when they're out of the room, I do a couple questions and stuff. I like to just sit there. Don't say anything.
Yep.
I'll do that for like 5-10 minutes by myself.
I like
So
doing
sit
that
there
too.
at the film, and I'm sitting there, and just bang, real loud. I'm like, what the hell is that? And she says, well, I didn't say anything. I just thought I thought it was them. And then Teresa said, Scott, you talking? I said, I didn't say a word. I said, but did you hear that loud bang? She goes, what?
Nobody
So,
heard it.
Nobody heard it except me. And I'm like, well, I knew I heard that. So we
And we did pick it up
and
on
it was
on an
loud.
audio recorder where
It was loud.
in the room with Scott there was this huge bang. It was like a door slamming or a locker slamming but there were 4 of us that were outside, literally right outside of that room, and none of us heard it.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. There's things like that make you shake your head. Like, how did you hear that? And
Yeah.
Nobody else
it's
did.
like, it's
Yeah.
so loud.
Yeah.
Well, it's just one of those things. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to having that go again. So, are you breaking something again, T?
My damn kids.
Oh, Jesus. You're gonna break bad on kids.
Yeah.
Oh my. We get so much trouble. How did you guys do? Do you have a lot of fun with Juno investigations? Like,
Oh, we have
Oh,
tons
yeah.
of fun. Yeah.
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 I mean,
yeah.
we make it enjoyable.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's not. I think if you stay so serious all the time about it and not try to have
Yeah.
some cut up fun, and,
Yeah.
that's what makes it. Because even those cut up times, boy, things happen.
Oh yeah.
You never know what's going to happen with. So, we do play games with each other every now and then.
Yeah.
Like especially in some spooky locations, especially like St. Albans.
I can't
Uh,
believe they did that. That
so-
was
Wow.
they
They're
kept.
they're all on the edge. They're all on edge.
Do you kid or stare?
Yeah, I like to get them when they're on edge. It's like they go off, and of course I had to go park my trailer, and and they all went ahead of us, and me and another guy, and as we come back up into the area, I'm like, you know what? We're listening. We're like, we couldn't find him first. We were looking all over for him, and then we finally heard him start coming down the hallway there, and I looked at him. I said, you know what? I said, let's duck in this room here. let's go behind this room here. Let's just watch him. And then, so they come by, they go walking past us, don't even know we're there. Hear them up in there, and you can tell, every little sound, they're like a little on edge and jumpy. So I ended up finding a roll of tape. And I took that roll of tape and rolled it down the hallway. And it came up right behind them. And it comes out in the middle of them. And they're like, you hear them like yell and jump and scream about it. So, of course, we had to continue on after that first interaction we had. So we let them keep going a little bit more. They're trying to figure out where it came from. Oh, that was Lyle and them. Oh, but they can never find us. We were hidden so well. So we let them go a little farther. Then we decided to throw a water bottle up in another area and make a louder noise. You would talk about crazy stuff, boy.
Yeah.
But those are the fun type of things we do when it's. And then this is before this was actually before we're investigating, just trying to feel the place out. And, just to try to break the edge a little bit, make it come down a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
But it was fun.
I mean, the tape, we were so excited. We were like, oh my God,
This
has never happened before. This is
some good stuff.
We were like, this is awesome, and
they're back there giggling on the good little.
And then, of
yeah.
course, Brandon's a part of that group that's walking around and he's live, filming live in there when all this stuff's going on, of course. So, we let it go for so long and then finally had to come and just, say, just so you people on live know that was us. We did that. There was nothing that was actually real. So,
I love to hear other teams talk about this kind of stuff because my guys enjoy scaring the shit out of me intentionally. They will hide behind a corner somewhere and then just jump out at me.
That's funny.
Every investigation, it never fails. But I think you kind of have to you got to level things out.
Yeah.
You got to have some fun to really experience the seriousness of it all. And depending on where you're at, what location you're at, we have found that our best evidence has actually come from us literally just goofing off and having a good time.
Yeah.
Right.
We have got Class A EVPs. And guess what? We were just goofing off, being ourselves. My guys were scaring the ever living crap out of me.
Yeah.
And we have got our best evidence that way.
Yeah.
So you got to take the seriousness with the funness and
in post down the bill, down in the cafeteria, they had a African tribal mask.
Oh,
yeah.
And Tia was not checking on something with the camera, and Bill was on his hands and knees around the corner. And T came around the corner. He goes, and she drops.
He almost got kicked in the face.
She goes, "Gee, damn it, Bill."
Brandon is probably
that's her favorite thing to say. Gee, damn it, Bill.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to get Brandon.
Oh yeah.
We love to. He's so easy to spook.
Yes.
And it's just like this weekend on the battleship. I mean, to go to the bathroom, you had to walk through all these nooks and crannies on the outside of the ship to get back to the bathroom area.
Yeah.
So we were back there. We come forward. He's doing something, taking pictures like he always does or whatever. So okay, here's my shot. So I move forward a little bit faster than him, and I get behind one of those little nooks and crannies, and I watch for him to come around. As soon as he comes around, I just step out right in front of him real quick, and he's so easy to get. So, but I love that. But it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, your people, your team, your crew, they're family. They become family, and it's like a family of friends, and it's so.
Yeah, that's how we feel about it too.
Yeah. So, and that's a great thing about it. We've had teams where we've had as many as 15 plus people back when we first started.
Yeah.
So you kind of, it's not that you're weeding out, but they kind of weed themselves. Right. After so long, and then you finally get down to your core.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I'm saying, we've had some great people with us over the years, and but they've moved on and started their own core stuff, and doing stuff, which is great. I feel like great. We all started together. Now you look at you're branching, doing different things, and going with different teams, which is great. So, but I feel like we've got our core right now, and we're doing some good work, and that's what I like. And I've got a great, our crew is just 6 of us. we go on a location, we do it all. You know, we're usually Brandon and I are carrying the main cameras. The girls are carrying small cameras. Everybody's doing their job.
Yeah.
And for our production. So, you know, so I can't, I feel bad because it takes so long to get this stuff going. You know, the editing part of it, because I've got so many projects in the fire. But, you know, but when those episodes do come, people are ready to watch them. That's what's great. They're like waiting, and we build that wait.
Like I said, you do a great job with that too. I mean,
well, thank you. He gets up at about 4:45 in the mornings, works on editing, goes to work, comes home in the afternoon, and he's back on it.
Yeah,
It's
trying to
crazy.
keep caught up.
It's crazy.
that sounds like me for doing EVPs.
Yeah.
I'll go home after investigation and I'll just stay up on the EVPs there.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember all that. I
Yeah,
remember.
like I said before that, if I think I'm gonna nod it off while I'm doing it, every like 5 minutes I'll put a bookmark.
Now my evidence review now is, you know, like 2 cameras together, audios together, 4 individual mics together,
Yeah.
things like that, all in one segment. So, you know, I've got I'm reviewing 6 to 7 possible sources, you know, at one time. So if you hear something, then you got to go, okay, let me mute this one. Let me mute this one. Let me mute this one. Do I hear it here? Where do I hear it? Find it again. You know, so it's a process. It really is. And
what do you use for audio review?
audio, as far as we use, you know, I've got my Canon XA20 camera that I use. Brandon has his ADD camera that he used. We've got some AX33 Sony 4Ks that we use, some Ghost Pros. When it comes to audio, I use the DR10s, the Tascam individual mics. So I'll put them on each investigator or each person, and just hit the record button and let it go. You know, so I don't have one of the rigs that actually, you know, it all feeds back into one source like you know, big productions.
Yeah.
But I found that what I'm using works best for us. You know, if I had bigger money, bigger production crew, then yeah, but I don't have that. And so I use what we've got and it works out fine. I mean, so.
One thing to always remember, when you're mic'd up, always turn it off before you go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Always. It happens all the time.
I do a review with Don, and he'll forget to do it.
Always. It's always somebody.
Well, I think he does it on purpose.
The other series that we're filming, you know, with the girls that we're filming, it's like they forgot that they had their mics on and left them on. So there's a couple, you know, times where you know, they're like, okay. And all of a sudden you hear they're in the bathroom. So I'm like, okay, cut. So it's like, wow. But yeah, it's another one of those fun things. But
so what software do you use to listen to EVP?
I use Premiere Pro.
Okay, I have that.
So that's what I use. I you know, first when I started editing stuff, I was using Sony Vegas.
I did
but I got into Adobe. It took me last year. I spent most of the summer trying to learn. That's where my episodes 8 and 9 for our first season. It took me a little longer because I was trying to learn a new program. And so, but no, I'm happy with Premiere Pro.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
So I like it. It's good. I know a lot. There's so many out there to use, but I just find that it's comfortable.
I try them all.
Yeah. So I try not to change too much.
Tonna, I love that you said that because one of the best EVPs that I actually got was
EVP.
So I was in the bathroom taking a pee, and like I didn't stop my recorder, and I shit you not, it says, "Girl, I hear you peeing." There was nobody else in that bathroom with me. It was just me. But you hear, "Girl, I hear you peeing." So like when I'm listening back to it, I was like, was there somebody in the bathroom with me? Like, was I by myself? So we queued it up with the video. Okay, like we literally queued this up with the video, all the video going on in the Selma mansion. It was just me in the bathroom.
That is crazy.
And let me tell you, if I would have turned it off, we would have never have got that. We would have never got that EVP.
Yeah.
It's like, "Girl, I hear you peeing," and I'm like, that had to be one of the guys. It had to have been. No, that's a female. What other female was with us that would have heard me peeing? Like who?
Yep.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
As long as I'm listening to my own like audio, I don't even care. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pee. I don't care. Never know what you're gonna get.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
A very vulnerable, embarrassing moment, but hey.
That's funny though. That's good.
Yeah.
That was a good one. We all laughed about that for quite some time. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love to play games with us. Absolutely. But the Selma Mansion, have you guys ever heard of the Selma Mansion?
Oh, I've heard of it. We've never been. I want to.
So that's in Norristown, Pennsylvania, and I will tell you, that is a place. I've been there 4 times now, and I will keep going back.
Oh wow!
It is one of those places where once they get familiar with you, they're gonna keep interacting with you.
Oh wow!
They are gonna let you know that they are there. So it was kind of like the first time that we went there, we got some really good EVPs. We got some certain things on video. Our second time there, it literally became a thing of, there was a girl, who followed me around the whole time we were there, a little girl. And she kept referring to me as mommy.
Wow.
And we picked all of this up. Like if I walk too far away, "Mommy, where are you going?" Like,
wow.
It is a very, very intriguing place to go. And the children spirits that are there absolutely love females that are moms. They will latch onto you and they will follow you around, and they make their presence very well known.
Oh wow!
Very well known.
Check into that.
Yeah, I mean, we got little baby footprints in the dirt on the floor, the dust on the floor, and everything.
Wow!
Very interesting place.
Nice. Okay, I'll have to
check it out. I guarantee it's worth it. Yeah.
I will.
Good place.
Good one. Yeah.
Then you got the guys farting in the background, and somebody else is laughing. So we have no idea.
That's not me.
Who it is? Yeah, who it is? Because it's not any of us laughing, but somebody's laughing.
That's Illinois.
Yeah. It's a good place. It's a very good place. They like to interact and they like to have fun with you.
That's good. Good.
We'll put that one.
Check out.
Hey, I've had it on the list.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Good.
I think that's one of my favorite places. Definitely one of my favorite places.
Wow. Okay.
And all the mansions too.
Yeah. Yes. And is that considered Lancaster, or is that
Which one?
above Lancaster?
Alderman.
Haldeman
Oh,
Mansion.
Halderman,
The
yeah.
Haldeman Mansion, we did that one.
Yeah, we did do that one many years ago.
Actually, they're not open they're not open anymore for it. So
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
They are. You just have to know who to talk to.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. if you get a hold of the girl that is actually overseeing the home, she is definitely still open to people coming in and doing investigations.
Right.
So what happened was they had this whole historical society going on with the mansion and everything else. And some teams came in and just completely disrespected the home.
Yeah.
And that kind of like put a stop to everything.
Of course. Of course.
So if you know who to reach out to,
Okay.
and how to be professional in what you're asking for, they are still more than willing to allow people to investigate. You just have to make it very clear of your intentions.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just for the other series we're doing, Brandon and I are doing. We filmed at the Samuel Miller Mansion in Columbia. That was an excellent experience. So,
Wow.
and that's just right. That's not far from Haldeman. Maybe 10 or 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, check that out
So
next time.
Columbia. Yep.
Yeah, that's not far out from York.
No.
About 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long time ago we did Kitchen Cafe that's up there. But they're going to now. So. Wow. With that's 2 hour mark. Hey,
I know.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, wow.
I saw that going.
Yeah.
We cover a lot and
We did. We
we
did.
did.
We appreciate you having us on.
Yeah.
Like after this next season, we'll be back on again.
Oh, please do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was
It
fun.
was definitely a lot of fun.
It
We
was fun.
appreciate you guys taking the time to have us. And
Oh,
um,
we had a blast.
It
We
goes
enjoyed-
quick when you have
yeah.
fun.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
And we enjoyed you sharing the clip too.
Oh,
from-
yeah.
So
I'm very interested in that clip.
Yeah.
That's I'd love to hear if anybody comes back with any
yeah.
possible ideas as to what that is.
Yeah, we don't.
Because
Yeah.
yeah. So
So we're still puzzled over it, but
Everyone is
We- we-
puzzled.
we have
Yeah.
our theory of what it is.
Of course.
This is a
Right.
theory.
of course.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So I mean, so we'll find it out. Hopefully, I'll get something soon out of it, and because actually have Eric Altman coming up.
okay.
Well, we were actually going to go back to the Hinsdale, but then Dan had the flooding
No,
Uh-huh.
of the home because, and I totally get it. I understand. Shit happens. It is what it is. Like, we've all kind of been in that situation.
Yeah.
But because of that happening, we didn't want to try to cram ourselves in to
Right.
this year.
Yeah.
So we kind of just decided, all right, we'll let Dan take care of what he has to do, and and we'll go back next year. Like we'll get there. It's okay, kind of like thing. But yeah, that's
It's still not out of the question for us. I don't think. I still think I want to experience it there, but it's just we've got to find the time to travel to New York to do that. So
yeah.
all right.
But
No, we get the travel thing. I mean, we all travel too. So absolutely.
The with the haunted nights, we stayed, and I'm glad we're kind of on like a little, almost like 2-month break. To give us a break from being on the road and traveling and filming and doing all this stuff. It's just but that's what we do. It's what we all do. So
Well, if we're not doing paranormal, we've been at the ball field with our grandson. So it's like it's one thing or the
we're
other.
working.
Or working.
Yeah, so-
Or So
Yeah, for me, like I say, 4:45 comes early.
Yeah.
That's just a routine every morning. So,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Vacation starts Saturday.
Yay.
We get a week away.
Yeah.
So
Like I say, we appreciate you guys having us on.
Oh,
We look forward to it some other
Yeah.
time again.
it's our
maybe we'll
friend.
cross paths.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to do sometime. Get together.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Josh, for being on, and happy hunting.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Y'all take
Y'all
care.
have a
Thank
great night.
you.
Appreciate you. You do a great job.
Hang you go. Next week we have Ghost Sisters on our show. So,